Now, the next topic is cause of business risks. Every business has element of risk. These risks may be economic, human, natural, and physical. Business risks arise due to a variety of causes, which are classified as follows. The first classification is natural causes. Human beings have little control over natural calamities like flood, earthquake, lightning, heavy rains, famine, etc. Property and income in business. Now, what is a natural risk? See, floods, earthquakes, tsunami, and any event which caused because of the mother nature is natural causes. Natural causes are beyond control. We cannot fight against them and hence always suffer a loss whenever there is a natural calamity. Alright, so this is the most important cause of business risk. These risks have to be borne because of natural worth. Natural calamities are unpredictable and thus beyond the control of human beings. Earthquake, flood, storm, etc. are the examples of natural risks. Natural risks may result due to many following causes also. Like we can say seasonal causes. Unexpected seasonal changes may adversely affect agriculture, industry and business. Floods, snowstorm, cyclone storm, etc. damage the agriculture, trade, industry and commerce. So these business risks are very difficult to be avoided. Alright. Then comes as geological factors. Geological factors may also prove to be boon or curse to the countries. Earthquake damages buildings, bridges and almost everything that comes across. Okay. Then casual causes. These causes may be leakage of poisonous gases, locusts, epidemics, pollutions of the atmosphere, lightning, etc. are other natural risks to the atmosphere or to the business. So these are the natural causes which we cannot control or which will be beyond control. Okay, the human being, they cannot control those natural causes. Next comes human causes. Human causes include such unexpected events like dishonesty, carelessness or negligence of employees, stoppage of work due to the power failure, strikes, riots, management inefficiency, etc. Alright, human causes, it occur because of negligence, because of carelessness. For example, if you are keeping your finished goods at a warehouse, means at your storage place or storeroom, and one of the employees or the warehouse manager accidents, okay, or accidentally lights a cigarette out there. Because of that cigarette, the fire catches up. So that is the negligence part of the employee. That is a human cause. It can be controlled. Okay, there are various poisonous or provisions, to control the losses or the risk which occur due to human causes. Now, human risk, may be due to like human incompetences, like sometimes man commits mistake by their faulty, as I have given you example, by mistakenly if a man is lighting a cigarette, okay, in the storeroom or in the storehouse, may accident cause. And illogical decisions such as strikes, lockouts, hasty decisions, and speculative activities also may cause incompetency, or it is also cause human risks. Careless behavior, like there can be damage due to accident, fire, theft, etc., due to human negligence. Dishonesty of workers, such as embezzlement, the theft, non-payment by customers, and refusal to make payment, etc., can cause damage to the business. All right. Personal enmity, riots, quarrels, etc., also can cause damage to the business. This also can be called as misdeeds. So, human causes can, due to the following reasons, it can cause risk like incompetency, that is human incompetency, careless behavior, dishonesty, or misdeeds. But it can be controlled. All right, it can be controlled. There are many provisions or various kinds of provisions are there to control those losses or the risk which occur due to the human causes. As on the other side, natural causes doesn't have any kind of control system or provisions. It is beyond the control. So it is one of the important role, and it is one of the main causes of human factor, that human causes can be controlled. It should not be avoided, it can be controlled. All right. Now comes economic causes. These include uncertainties relating to demand for goods, competition, price, collection of dues from customers, change of technology or method of production, etc. Financial problems like rise in interest rate for borrowing, levy of higher taxes, etc., also come under this type of causes, as they result in higher unexpected cost of operation or business. So now see, when I have been telling you about the fluctuation in the demand and supply of a product, or the supplier is providing you the raw material. If there is a fluctuation in the supply, or if the consumer taste and preference changes, this all would be economic causes. This can be overcome in future. Change in the market situations are also risk to the business. All right. Sometimes sudden decline of price of the commodity results in considerable loss to the business. Demand of the commodity or the products may decline due to changes in the purchasing power, fashion, tastes, and preference of the customer. If the customer is not liking the product, then there will be, what will happen? The demand will fall down. And that is one of the changes, or that is one can be called as fluctuations in the demand and supply of the business. Sometimes activities of competitors, such as reduction of price of the commodity, improved quality, packaging adversely affect the prospects of business. So that is why economic cause is also a very great cause of risk. All right. If there will be changes in the fluctuations in the demand and supply in the market, that is a very greater risk comes for the people or for the business organization. Now comes other causes. These are unforeseen events like political disturbances, mechanical failures, technical changes, such as the fluctuations in exchange rates, etc., which lead to the possibility of the business risk. So it could be technical failure. For example, if your machine stops working for some reason, the production gets affected. Or you would have heard about the virus, isn't it? Which affected the entire world recently. So something of this kind of happens. The systems get affected. So they can be technical issues because of which you will not be able to run the business in efficient manner. These technical changes render machines and equipments out of date. So the business is required to replace them. As such, even investments made in the old machines become a waste. Isn't it? These risks is due to mechanical defects in the machine and equipments. It may be an accident from the defective machine causing disability of workers. It causes due to natural defects in goods, machines, equipments and other assets, such as depreciation on assets and normal loss in the movement of the commodities. Isn't it? So that is why this physical causes, we can say, like machines or mechanical defects or technological changes or technical changes may also cause a risk. And with it, the unforeseen events like political disturbances also be one of the most critical causes for the businesses. So this is the point of the causes of risk. Now come to the topic methods of dealing with business risk. Means how do you deal with business risk? Now the question arises, if these are the causes of business risk, how do I deal with them? First thing, you can limit the risk by not entering in risky transaction. Okay, remember I gave you an example of Mr. A and Mr. B, wherein the data of the person or the buyer who was supposed to buy the goods from Mr. A, that is Mr. B, did not had a good market standards. He did not had a good credibility. So in that scenario, Mr. A could have avoided the risk but not entering into the risky transactions. Okay. The second way to deal with it is preventive measures. What do we mean by preventive measure? That is, we take certain kind of measures to ensure that the loss which can happen does not happen. Okay, when I am saying that you would seen in the buildings, there are firefighting equipments, isn't it? What is that? It is preventive measures. That in case of the fire occurs in the building, the firefighting equipments can help us to douse of that fire and limit the loss which can happen to the particular building. Similarly, insurance. See, if you have car at your home or your family member owns a car, you would have seen we have take a motor vehicle, okay, insurance. What is that? In case if there is any kind of damage to the car, the insurance company gives you the claim. Whatever the amount of claim is there, it has been paid by the insurance company. Similarly, you can get insurance in the business for the building in which you are operating, or the goods which you have produced or even your raw material. All right. So insurance in business is a preventive measure which helps you to take or limit the risk which are facing. Next, provisions for losses. See, timely provisions for losses helps you to cut the risk which you have faced. For example, when a goods are sold to Mr. B, for example, and he were supposed to fails to pay the money in 30 days. All right. If he fails to do so, what would be the next step? You will start sending reminders to him. Right? And suppose if he fails to pay the money even after 90 days of the scheduled time of payment, then in that scenario, the prudency would be that you realize the provisions for loss. All right. Then the other thing is to face the business risk is can share the risk with other people. So you can share the risk with the manufacturers, wholesalers by agreeing to the losses which may be caused because of failing privacy. So this is an example, like for example, suppose a product is launched by a competitor in the market and they are pricing the product at a very low rate, and at that time you are facing a risk, right? Your losses aggravated, your profits are getting affected. In that scenario, you can reopen your wholesalers and tell them to cut the margin which they are earning on your products for sometimes, so that you can mitigate the risk. All right. So, in a substance, what do we understand? Although no business enterprise can escape the presence of risk, there are many methods it can use to deal with risk situations. The enterprise may decide not to enter into too risky transactions, but take preventive measures like firefighting devices to reduce the risk, take insurance policy to transfer the risk to insurance company, assume the risk by making provisions in the current earnings as in the case of provision for bad and doubtful debts, or share risks with other enterprises as manufacturers and wholesalers may do by agreeing to share losses which may caused by falling prices.